Hello class 8 students. We were doing the chapter 2 Gentlemen of Verona, and so far we have seen that Valentine had gone to Milan to make his career, and then when Valentine left, then Proteus, in order to convince his lady love Julia, had written a letter which Julia, out of anger on her maid Lucetta, had torn it up, and then she tried to put the pieces together, but she was unable to do it, so she wrote a much kinder letter. And when Proteus was reading this letter, his father entered the room, and in order to hide the real letter from his father, Proteus made an excuse, lied to her father that it was a letter from Valentine, who was doing very good in Milan, had gained the favor of the Duke, and wanted Proteus to join him at Milan. So the father, who was also thinking about the son's future, and who was also talking about the same thing to his friend, immediately accepted the idea and decided that Proteus would go to Valentine. Proteus and Julia parted from each other. They exchanged rings and vowed loyalty. After that, we find that Valentine had indeed become a favorite of the Duke, and he had he had also Valentine, who had vowed that he would never fall in love, had fallen in love with Sylvia, who was the daughter of the Duke of Milan. Now, but they kept this love. Not only Valentine loved Sylvia, Sylvia also loved Valentine, but they kept this love secret from the Duke of Milan. Why? Because the Duke of Milan liked Valentine a lot, and Valentine visited his palace every day. But he actually wanted Sylvia to marry a courtier named Thurio. But Sylvia did not like Thurio at all. And because she did not find the good qualities of Valentine in Thurio. And one day, when all three were there and Valentine was just making fun of whatever Thurio was saying, then the Duke comes in and gives the news that Proteus would be joining them soon. And Valentine is very happy hearing that, and he said that Proteus is a true gentleman. And they all get ready to welcome Proteus. So there we stop in part 4. Now, next part 5. They were here interrupted by the entrance of Proteus, and Valentine introduced him to Sylvia, saying, "Sweet lady, entertain him to be my fellow servant to your ladyship." So Valentine introduced Proteus to Sylvia, and Valentine said that, "Dear lady, please, accept her as my friend, who is also going to, serve you and entertain you." When Valentine and Proteus had ended their visit and were alone together, Valentine said, Proteus was introduced to the rest, to Sylvia, to Thurio and all. And after a time, everybody left. Only Proteus and Valentine were there alone together. Okay, means they were left alone. Now tell me, how old does from whence you came? That is, whence you came means from where from you came. That is, how is everybody at Verona? How does your lady and how thrives your love. So what about your lady love? And you know, how is she? Proteus replied, "My tales of love used to weary you. I know you joy not in the love discourse." Proteus said that, "Look, I don't want to discuss about my love with you, because I know you don't believe in love, and you get very tired when I talk about Julia." "A Proteus," returned Valentine, "but that life is altered now." So Valentine is trying to tell Proteus that no, things have changed in my life too. I am not that Valentine which you knew, whom you knew, who did not believe in love at all and who had vowed never to fall in love. I had done penance for condemning love. Okay, so I repent that I made fun of love. I criticize. Condemning is criticizing love. For in revenge of my contempt of love. Contempt means hatred for love. Love has chased sleep and sleep from my enthralled eyes. Enthralled means fascinated. O gentle Proteus, love is a mighty lord, and hath so humbled me that I confess there is no woe like his correction, nor no such joy on earth as in his service. I now like no discourse except it be of love. Now I can break my fast, dine, sup, and sleep upon the name of love. So what this paragraph is telling is that Valentine is saying that I am an altered person now. I really repent for criticizing you, for my hatred towards love, because there is nothing like love. Love has taken away my sleep, my freedom, and love is both bitter and sweet. And now the one topic that I would like to discuss is about love. So we can understand the sea change that has come about in Valentine. This acknowledgement of the change which love had made in the disposition of Valentine, that is his disposition in the sense that inherent qualities of Valentine, was a great triumph to his friend Proteus. So Proteus was very happy in that way. But friend Proteus must be called no longer, for the same all-powerful deity of love of whom they are speaking, even while they were talking of the change he had made in Valentine, was working in the heart of Proteus. So what this line means is that Proteus and Valentine were very good friends, and they were very loyal to each other. They could trust on each other on any topic. And when Valentine was talking to Proteus about his love and saying that I'm an altered person now, I can understand how pure love is, and the only topic that I want to talk about is love. There was a change going on in Proteus's heart. So that's why it says that we cannot call Proteus a friend any longer, because that very love had brought about a change in Proteus. Okay, was working in the heart of Proteus, and he who had till this time been a pattern of true love. So Proteus truly loved Julia. So he was a kind of you could say, embodiment of true love and perfect friendship and true friend. That is, Proteus so long was a perfect lover for Julia and perfect friend for Valentine, was now in one short interview with Sylvia become a false friend and a faithless lover. For at the first sight of Sylvia, all his love for Julia vanished away like a dream. Nor did his long friendship for Valentine deter him from endeavoring to supplant him in her affections. So, what happened was, very simply, is that Proteus had fallen in love with Sylvia, and in just a moment, all his love for Julia had vanished, and even his steadfastness in friendship was also gone. He was no longer a true friend of Valentine, and he did not even have any hesitation to replace him, means replace Valentine and place himself in place of Valentine. Valentine deter him in endeavoring to supplant him. Supplant him means replace him in her affections. And although, as it always be, when people of dispositions naturally good become unjust, that is, when good people become bad, he had many scruples before he determined to forsake Julia. He had many scruples, means he was actually a good person, but all of a sudden he had fallen in love with Sylvia, love at first sight. So he had a lot of hesitation that whether he should be thinking of it or not, or whether he should be actually betraying his friend or not. Before he determined to forsake Julia, that is, forget Julia, and become a rival of Valentine, that is, betray his friend, yet he at length overcome his sense of duty towards his friend and towards his lady love, yielded, gave himself unto, almost without remorse, to his new unhappy passion. So though he was a bit hesitant, because he had the good nature in him also, but he decided that he would forget about Julia and he would betray his friend. So we stop here. We will do the next part in the next class. Thank you.